Hello, my friends. How you doing? I hope you're doing amazingly well. It's so good to have you here, whether you're live or watching the replay. Welcome. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 ways to stand out on social media. I am really a big fan of not being gimmicky or hypey or anything but your authentic self. So these 5 ways that I'm sharing with you don't have any of that. This is a way to do it while also being truly who you are. So before I dive in, I just want to remind you that we have our upcoming Client Attraction Mastery Workshop happening in less than a week. So it's coming up super fast. It's happening next Tuesday, 31st of May, and also the following Saturday, that Saturday, which is Saturday, the 4th of June. So if you haven't already registered and you want to know about it, it's basically a free live online workshop where I'm diving into my client attraction formula, which is a 4-step framework that can take you from where you are to being fully booked with clients fast and consistently. So you get that consistent, steady stream of clients, not just any clients, but awesome clients. So I'm breaking down how to build out your content strategy, how to build out your client pathway, how to create a high-level workshop that converts the right people, and how to do it in a way that's super fun, easy, enjoyable, and with community. So just drop the word workshop in the comments if you want an invitation, if you haven't already checked it out. If you're just curious and you want to know a little bit about it, just drop the word workshop or just DM me the word workshop and I'll get you all the details. So great to have you here. Just drop a hashtag live if you're here live, or hashtag replay if you're catching this on the replay. Thank you for joining us. Now, a lot of coaches and experts struggle to grow their business because they get stuck thinking that they need to compete with everybody else, that they need to chase people, that they need to do these crazy things like dance around doing things on reels that they don't feel comfortable with. They feel like they have to be an expert in all the latest technology and platforms and everything that's constantly changing, right? And they feel like they also need a really big following, like a really big list, email list, and a whole lot of followers before they can start getting success. But the truth is, you can absolutely grow a successful coaching business without any of those things. You really can. I did it without any of those things, grew my business from 0 to being a 6-figure business, working from home as a coach without any of those things. And so you don't need them. Obviously, as you grow, your audience is going to grow with you. But if you are working one-on-one with clients, you don't need heaps and heaps of people. You need a small group of people, right? So no matter where you're starting from, you can apply these strategies straight away. It's not about your coaching skill, how good you are as a coach. It's about how good you can be as a marketer. And I know a lot of you aren't trained in marketing. So when you don't have that marketing training, it can feel quite overwhelming, and I get it. So that's why I love showing up here every week and giving coaches and people who work with people to improve their lives all of these free tips to help you if you don't have that strong marketing background. So it's not about how good you are as a coach, it's about your ability to communicate your value. And it's about knowing how to stand out. And stand out, like I said, in a way that's really aligned to who you are and not having to do anything cringy. So let's talk about what happens if you don't stand up, if you don't stand out online. Let me just take a sip. So what ends up happening is that you waste a lot of time creating content that doesn't get eyeballs. So you might spend, I don't know, an hour creating an email or a post, and then you put it out and you feel like no one cares. No one's noticed it. You're even tempted to delete it. I know you've been there. I've been there, where you just think, oh, does this work? Has anybody seen it? I don't know if you remember Facebook years ago where so many people would see our posts. The game's changed now, so we need to keep up. The second thing that can happen is that you can feel like a failure when you're not getting all of that engagement, when you're kind of blending in with everybody else, especially in the last few years as more and more coaches have come online, right? It's very, very saturated. So it's even more important that we learn how to stand out online, because it's really not good energy. It's not good for your confidence to feel like you're failing and to feel like maybe you're the failure, rather than separating it and saying, no, that just didn't work. I'm just going to keep going and keep going and keep going. And so there's a point that all entrepreneurs come to where there's like a gap between it working, between you putting stuff out there and it actually working. It's like this big chasm, and you've just got to ride it out and keep going until it starts working. It's that until mindset that Jim Rohn talks about. The third thing that can happen is that you can start doubting yourself, like, am I even valuable? Is the work that I produce even very good? And you can start doubting whether it's even worth continuing. And that's a horrible thought. I've had 2 people say that to me recently, where they just are like, is this even worth it? And I said the same thing to both of them. You're on the other side of your breakthrough right now. You haven't got there yet. You're getting closer, 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 closer to that breakthrough moment where you're starting to really reap what you've been sowing. But a lot of people give up too soon. You've got to keep going until you get through the wilderness and into your promised land. And then the fourth thing that happens is that you can't reach the right people who need you. And something that drives me every single day is knowing that there are people out there that need me. There's a woman who's struggling, who's suffering, who needs clients, who doesn't know how on earth to get them, and I can help her. And the fifth thing that happens is that you just can't get enough clients, and you can't have a sustainable business. The landscape's changing really fast with more people becoming coaches and heading online. So we need to be able to stand out, because being a successful coach is not the same as growing a successful coaching business. Different skills. But if you get this right, your audience will grow with raving fans that love you, that really enjoy reading your posts and opening your emails. People start reaching out to you more in DMs and in emails. You'll attract more of those real soulmate clients, those clients that you love working with. And ultimately, you'll fill your events and your calendar with people that you really, really love working with. So how do we do this? There are 5 ways that I recommend. And the way I came up with these is by thinking, and I've always used this approach in business, what is everybody else doing? And what can I do that's a little bit different? And there's a book, I think it's called something about zigging and zagging. I remember just reading a little bit about it years ago, and I remember thinking, how can I apply this to my business? And I remember at the time, it was about, 15 years ago, I observed what all the other personal trainers were doing in the gym where I worked as a personal trainer, and they were all taking the same approach with how they got clients. And I thought, I'm going to do something completely different. I'm just going to literally think, I'm just going to give. I'm just going to give and give and give. I'm going to give that person a stretch and then walk away, a partner stretch. Then I'm going to help that person. Then I'm going to give that person a little bit of help. And then I'm going to maybe give some technique help. And I'm just going to compliment people and tell them how great they're doing. And then people started asking me, like, oh, how do I work with you? So these strategies are about doing a little bit different to what other people are doing. And the top 1% of business owners who are getting this right, these are the types of things that they're doing. So the first one, if you're taking notes, write this down. We want to speak to the driving forces. Number 1, speak to the driving forces of your ideal clients. So only show up speaking to those driving forces of your ideal clients. And so we need to know what those driving forces are. And so the 4 things that I recommend that you write down, it's a quadrant. Top left, current frustrations. Bottom left, future fears. So top left, current frustrations. Bottom left, future fears. Top right, current desires. What do they want? So line down the middle, what they don't want, what they do want. Top right, current desires. Bottom right, future dreams. So we've got 2 F's, 2 D's. Nice and easy to remember. I love things that are simple. Anyone else love simple? So I can be out and about and shoot a video and just think, okay, 2 F's, 2 D's. Current, future, current, future. And so when you know these intimately and you've really dialed these in, it takes a bit of work. Talking to your ideal clients, practicing. For me, it took quite a lot of sessions and figuring out what are the patterns. But once you know, you want to feed that out into your social media, because that's what grabs attention. This is all about being very specific in your language, no vague. I see so many people on social media using vague, wishy-washy, fluffy language. And I know because I used to do it, so I can see it a mile away. I'm like, oh, it's not going to work. So really big picture language as opposed to specifics. We need to dial down into the detail and the specificity. Number 2, drop value bombs without an ask. Drop value bombs without an ask. So you're literally just showing up, showering out your amazing brilliance, and there's no call to action. A lot of people aren't doing that. A lot of people are just throwing things out there, salesy, asking, or hey, do you want this? But they're not, it's not even really well thought about or well designed, or it's not even really valuable. Or people just kind of like trying to give how-to steps that someone could just Google themselves. So value meets that ideal client at their fears, their frustrations, their dreams and desires. And it shows them a world that's possible, and it shows them the gaps, and it shows them, hey, this is what you believe right now, but this is what you need to believe in order to get the result. It takes work, it takes thinking, but the people who take the time to do it and don't just post for posting's sake, but really have a well thought out strategy for their content on social media, they are the ones that get people going, who is this person? Like, imagine just seeing like the most helpful, amazing post that answered a question that you had been struggling with for a long time, and you just see it, and then that's all there is. There's no, hey, buy my program, hey, sign up for this or jump on a call. No, that's it. That person who reads it and gets value is probably going to go, who is this person? They're probably going to look at you. And then if you've tidied your home, which is a whole nother training where I talk about making sure that your social media is tidy, it's well designed, it's got your bios, it's got your links ready, set up, and you've got like your links there so that people can take next steps anytime, 24/7. Then people will come and find you. People do it to me all the time. They find me, they come into my group because I'm just constantly doing the value bombs. And so, of course, sometimes there is an ask. Sometimes there's like, hey, come to my free workshop. Hey, download this free cool thing. But the next ask is something cool, something that people want. It's not, hey, buy my stuff. Okay, number 3, and this is an important one. It's use quality images. There are a lot of people using kind of really old school, clip arty, stock images that I heard the other day that PowerPoint came out in 1984. How old were you in 1984? I don't even know. I was young. And a lot of people are still stuck in this old school look. We want to upgrade our design. Now, you don't have to be a great designer. I'm definitely not. And my brand could always do with some up leveling. I think all of us could, unless we've, really spent a lot of time on our brand design. But having images that are professional and that are you smiling, lots of you facing the camera smiling, because if you aren't willing to show your face and be the face of your brand, people aren't going to connect with you. And so you want to be showing up your face all the time, professional images, professional videos. It doesn't mean that you have to hire a videographer. You can do them at home, like I'm doing right now in my office. But it's professional background, it's good lighting, it's good audio. You want to use quality images and quality videos. And if you're not great at design, like jumping on Canva and playing around and having nice bright colors and big text, pay a designer. I've been paying a designer for years. It's such a great investment, because it's not your natural skill, unless it is your natural skill and unless you really love it. All right, number 4, be contrastive. Be contrastive, meaning show contrast. Always show the difference between you and other people. Don't call out other people, but between you and another concept, or you and an idea, or your idea and another person's idea. Be a bit contrarian. Maybe go against the trend. Maybe ruffle some feathers and repel the wrong people. If you just blend in and you're just vanilla and you're just nice, people don't necessarily get that fire, that power, that passion. People buy into that. So you want to show why you're different, show contrast between you and your competitors, or even a particular type of other person in your industry. Not person, but ideas, concepts. Please don't call out other people, but be contrastive. And it's not necessarily going against competitors. It's because I believe that we can all win. I believe it's, I don't even think about competition. I think about what do people currently believe, and how can I help them believe something that's actually going to be transformative, that's actually going to change their life? How can I inspire them to take action by showing them the contrast? If they don't take action, their life's going to be like this. If they do take action, their life's going to be like this. So think about, how can you use contrast in your business to stand out? I hope some ideas are popping up as I'm talking. I would love, I'd love to know what's going on and what you're thinking about as I'm talking about just how to kind of take a trend that you get frustrated with, or an idea in your industry that you don't agree with, and talk about it and openly share your opinion. And remember that marketing is about attracting the right people, and it's about pushing away and repelling the wrong people. And number five is to unpack your uniqueness. Unpack your uniqueness. This is about showing people the real you. Then you'll be in a category of one rather than a category of thousands of other coaches or experts. So to unpack your uniqueness, I recommend you think about, what are the things that come quite easily and effortlessly for you, but other people struggle with? What is your unconscious competence? Or maybe it is conscious, but it's been those things that people have said, you're really good at that. And you're like, oh, am I? I thought everybody could do that. I thought it was easy. Like, I was talking to a client the other day, and I was helping her put together her framework for her online masterclass. And she said, oh my gosh, you're so good at this. How do you do this? And for me, it just comes really effortlessly, like naming things, coming up with language, coming up with concepts, ideas, frameworks. It comes quite easily to me. Presenting comes quite easily, not naturally. It's trained. It's lots and lots of thousands of hours of practice, but now it's quite easy. It's easy for me to just jump on camera. What are the things that come effortlessly to you? What are some of the things that are part of your unique brilliance and your genius zone that you can be more overt about on social media? People pay really good money for people who are operating in their genius zone. People who have, everybody has talents and giftings, but what is your talent and gifting that you've unpacked? You've actually mastered it. You've developed it. You haven't just been born with it and just kind of had it there. It's not until we develop it and put time and effort into it that it becomes really valuable. And when we become masterful at something because we've honed it, we've honed the skill, that's what people pay for. So what kind of things have you really developed? Think about what your friends, your family, your clients would say that you're really great at, and how can you put that out on social media to get you to stand out? It doesn't have to be something really, really crazy. Like, you might be thinking, well, I only ever teach what I do. I don't learn it and then teach it. I learn it, then I practice it, I apply it, I get success with it, and then I teach it. That's something that's important for me. I know for me, my background as a trainer and assessor really helps me in being able to train and be able to explain things. So think about the work that you've done in the past, and what are the different combinations that make you unique, and how you can really showcase that online. So those are the 5 ways to stand out on social media. I hope this has been super helpful. I'm going to be unpacking how to create a content strategy that really draws in and attracts your ideal clients, a client pathway, so how to get people from stranger all the way through to paid client, so the pathway that you need to build out, and also how to create an asset of an online presentation, whether you deliver that live or a recording, or you deliver it to a group of people. it's an asset that you can have, which means you don't have to do sales calls. So these are the 3 things that I'm unpacking at my upcoming workshop. So it's happening on the 31st of May and the 4th of June. Just drop the word workshop into the comments right now if you want me to send you the invitation, and my team will get that out to you. This workshop's actually valued at $997, but I'm offering it for free for a limited time. I want to help as many coaches and people who help people get a result as possible, because I know that this information and the strategy that I've created can really, really help you to get clients fast and also consistently. So just drop the word workshop now in the comments, or just send me a DM. Just send me a DM with the word workshop. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'll send you the link. And yeah, if you're curious, you just want to check it out, love to see you there. Other than that, I really look forward to seeing you apply these 5 ways to stand out on social media. It's not about hearing it, it's about taking action based on what I said. So I'd love you to sit down, look at your notes and think, how can I actually put this into action and make this work in my business? Hope this has been super helpful, and take care until I see you again next time. Big love. Bye for now.